Hey guys, welcome into today's video. It's transfer portal time, and it's absolutely crazy right now. So many kids have jumped in the portal over the last few days, and this USC roster obviously has major needs. So today we're talking my top 5 targets that I want to see USC go after in the transfer portal. Now obviously this entire process is completely fluid, so I'm not sure how long this video will be relevant for before the information I have at my disposal is out of date. So forgive me if by the time you're watching this all the targets I have already gone to different schools. Also, as of right now, there have been 4 Trojans who have entered the portal. Raylan Goforth, Julian Simon, Xavier Alford, and Taylor Katoa have all entered. So I wish all those guys nothing but the best of luck, fight on to all of them. But it's clear that the defense is going to be completely overhauled this offseason. So before we get into the video guys, if you are enjoying the videos, please like and subscribe, it really helps out so much. We are so close to 500 subscribers. Thank you all so much for the support, it really means the world. Alright guys, now that that's taken care of, let's dive into it. Now I know receiver isn't even close to being one of the top priorities for this USC team, but when there is an elite talent available, you need to strike. And former Arizona Wildcat receiver Dorian Singer is just that. You can never have too many weapons, and this guy is an absolute monster. We saw him up close and personal when he went off against USC to the tune of 7 receptions for 141 yards and 3 scores. This guy has ridiculous hands. We saw all those one-handed catches he was doing against us. His route running is phenomenal. He's a perfect plug-and-play player in the spot of Jordan Addison. He's 6'1", 185. I honestly think he'd be a perfect fit in this Lincoln Riley offense. And again, I know receiver's not a top priority, especially with the additions of Zachariah Branch, Mekhi Lemon, and Jacoby Lane, but when there's a guy this talented, in my opinion, you have to go after him. My number 2 target, who also happens to be a target for USC as well as they just offered him today, it's Kyrie Jackson. He's a long, lanky corner from Alabama. He's listed at 6'3", 198 pounds, and he provides some much needed length to the Trojan secondary. This guy also has a lot of experience. He was a JUCO kid before heading to Tuscaloosa. This is a guy who's good at everything. He can tackle, he can cover, his instincts really show up on tape. I think he'd be a great fit in this Alex Grinch defense. We saw how important of an addition Mekhi Blackman was to this Trojan secondary. I don't know if you can get that level of play from Jackson, but I think you can get a similar impact. I definitely think getting an experienced corner is key, as Alex Grinch hasn't had the time to bring in his guys and develop them yet. Now my number 3 target for USC is Wisconsin running back Braylon Allen. With both Travis Dye and Austin Jones likely leaving this offseason, USC needs a running back. Not just a running back, an elite one. If you could plug a star into this SC backfield, it would take this offense to an even higher level. Braylon is an absolute beast of a back, insane size at 6'2", 235, great vision, and he is very physical. Now at that size, you would expect him to be a physical back, but when you watch his film, he really is just a very, very physical presence. He can catch the ball well out of the backfield, which obviously is critical in this Lincoln Riley offense. He's great at absorbing contact. Guys will come in to hit him, and they just kind of bounce off him. He's also pretty good in pass protection as well, which obviously is very important for us. Now USC is already going to have Rayleigh Brown and Darwin Barlow on the roster, as well as 4 stars Amarian Peterson and Quentin Joyner coming in the 2023 class. But like I said earlier with Dorian Singer, you cannot miss the opportunity to add elite talent. An elite, absolute number 1 workhorse back could really send this offense to an even higher level of excellence. Now my number 4 target is a name that USC fans are very familiar with. It's Justin Flowe, linebacker from Oregon. When Justin Flowe committed to Oregon, I was absolutely devastated. If you're familiar with California high school football, you know that Justin Flowe is an absolute legend. One of, if not the best high school linebacker I've ever seen. Now it hasn't exactly gone to plan at Oregon, but with that talent, athleticism, and physicality, he'd be a much welcome addition to the USC linebacking room. He'd be a plug-and-play player in this Trojan defense, and with Shane Lee departing after the bowl game, a linebacking duo of Eric Gentry and Justin Flowe next year would be hyper-athletic and would really help seal up the middle of the field for the Trojans. Come home, Justin. Now my 5th target for USC to go after in the transfer portal is Stanford guard Jake Hornibrook. Now USC's interior offensive line is going to get absolutely gutted this offseason with the losses of Andrew Voorhees and Brett Nealon, so grabbing a few veteran guys for the interior of that offensive line could be huge. Hornibrook could come in right away and be a plug-and-play player at the left or right guard spot. The guards are absolutely critical in this Lincoln Riley offense. With how often they have to pull, they have to have the athleticism to get that done, and I think Jake has that. I really like his game. He's 6'5", 308 pounds. So he has the size, he has a good amount of playing experience. I really think he'd be a great get for the Trojans. Now the other 2 Stanford linemen in the portal would be great gets as well, those being tackle Miles Hinton and center Drake Nugent. The offensive and defensive lines are definitely going to be priority one for this coaching staff during this transfer portal cycle. Now, there are 3 honorable mention players I'd like to talk about very briefly. Johnny Cornelius is the best tackle available right now. He's from Rhode Island. Not sure if the Trojans have a legitimate shot there. Dasan McCullough is the edge from Indiana. I think he's a great player. I haven't heard the Trojans linked with him, but I would love to see us get involved there. Eric All is a tight end from Michigan. I would love to see us go after him, although it seems like he's leaning towards going to Iowa to reunite with Cade McNamara. I could go on and on with a list of players I want USC to go after, but for now, that's all I got. The portal is going absolutely nuts today. I can't believe how many big name players are entering their names in. Make sure to let me know who's on your target list down in the comments. Love the conversations we have down there. That's all I got for you today though, guys. Thank you so much for tuning in, and as always, take care and fight on.